baseball. Yes, sir. We are playing some MLB The Show tonight. Why doesn't this one do the dark mode? Open a new tab. Gotta get my shit together here, folks. We're trying. We're trying real hard to get our foolishness together. Do. Anyways, guys, we're going to be tonight on the program. We are going to be revealing. Okay, you know what? Okay, first thing we need to do before anything. I keep ragging on myself that I never ever do this. Where are they? Where is it? Peace and quiet. So what we're going to be doing tonight, guys, is we are going to be, I'm going to be revealing my squad. Why didn't that work? I'm going to be revealing my squad for the 24K Stubs Challenge. Now, this is actually something that's going to be going on later tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Atlantic, 9 p.m. Eastern, over on ThatSportsGamer's channel, twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer. He and I are going to be hooking up. We built a couple of squads using only 24,000 stubs. Now, 24,000 stubs being the amount of stubs you get when you buy $20 worth. So we built our squads a few days ago, last week, I think. We built our squads, and tonight we're going to be going head-to-head in a best out of 3 matchup, where my one and only goal is to, I'd like to score a run, and I'd like to not get mercy ruled. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a run, and we're looking for not getting mercy ruled. Once I figure out why my stupid Better Twitch is not in dark mode, once you have something in like dark mode, how do you ever go back to it being the other way? Like that's something that I just never understood. I'm always a fan of like any apps or any websites that have like a dark mode. It's just more appealing to me. So anyways, guys, we're going to be revealing the 24K squad. Now, so how we went about building these squads, guys, is pretty simple. We used, the only catch is you have to use the buy now price. That's what we used. We used the buy now prices. Obviously, you could get these teams for cheaper if you were willing to, put in bids, wait it out, see what happens. We did not do that. We just used the buy now prices. If you, let me see if I can find mine so you guys can have a look. The other thing too, guys, is we use the invaluable resource. If you guys are not using daddyleagues.com to analyze what's going on your Diamond Dynasty teams, I definitely recommend you do that. We built these teams exclusively on daddyleagues.com. There are links. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to quadruple task here, guys. There it is. I'm going to post a link in the chat. So we are going to be revealing the team. If you guys want to follow along and cheat a little bit, the link is in the chat. And like I said, I'm going to be going in and taking a look at the squad. There you can see my lineup, or not my lineup, but my defensive positioning. So basically, and obviously, I'm sure TJ and I are going to talk more about this on Bullpen Banter here in a little bit. But my strategy going into it was I didn't want to spend too much on pitching. Where starting pitching is randomized, you didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on starting pitching. If you look at TJ's team and you look at my team, I have spent a lot less on pitching than TJ did. But that's the strategy. You know what? All season long, Carlos Carrasco, who, is, you can get him for less than 2,000 stubs on most days. Some days he even hovers down around the 1,000 mark. He's been my best guy all year. I've been absolutely dominant with Carrasco. So going into it, I filled out my starting rotation and my bullpen first. Um, I tried to stick. What is that racket? Sorry, my kids are asleep upstairs. I'm listening on the monitor. Anyway, so my strategy going into it was I'm going to pick pitchers that I was comfortable with, that were cheap. Um, I got a little frivolous with a couple of the pitching spots. Bullpen, I did the same thing. Bullpen, I tried to stick with guys that I was comfortable with, guys that weren't very expensive, and then I wanted to spend at certain positions. And you can see, obviously, we have 4 golds in our lineup, which is nice to have. I'm really happy with the team. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at what we have, and I will give you a reason why. Let me sort these by overall, just because it's probably easier that way. I'll give you a reason why I picked each of them. Let's real quick. I'm just gonna real quickly. I'm gonna move. Just want to move my camera to the bottom right corner, because that's how I roll. All right, so taking a look at the starting rotation, we have Carlos Carrasco. The reason why I picked Carrasco, again, I feel where he's always pitching from the stretch, he can be a little trickier. Sometimes it takes guys a couple innings to get used to the timing, especially if you are a master at tossing in the slide step. And like I said, I've been very, very good with Carrasco all year. That two-seam slider curveball combination with the upper 90s velocity on the fastball is absolutely fantastic combination. Carrasco is really a great budget guy. If you're still getting brand new into Diamond Dynasty, like this late in the year, you picked up a used copy somewhere, get Carrasco. Like I said, he's going to cost you less than 2,000 stubs easy. As a matter of fact, and like I said, guys, remember, when we built these teams, we used the buy now price, which obviously if you're willing to wait out the market and put in some bids, you'll be able to get them a lot cheaper. But Carlos Carrasco, of my $24,000 budget, took up $19.79. So you can't really argue with that. Let's see. I got a 2-monitor system going on tonight, and I'm kind of enjoying it over here, to be honest. I'm kind of enjoying myself. Let's pop the chat out. Put it over here. Make it big. Yeah, I'm enjoying. I got the chat. I'm doing a 2-monitor system tonight. First time. Can you believe that? How first time I've had 2-monitor system. Pathetic. So Carlos Carrasco is going to be my ace. Again, guys, done really well with him this season. He takes up $19.79 of my $24,000 budget. Next up, we have Tyson Ross of the San Diego Padres. To be honest with you, he was kind of a gut pick. Everybody knows Tyson Ross in Diamond Dynasty because his number one pitch is the slider. He has 99 break, which obviously makes that slider very, very deadly, but also really helps him with the two-seam fastball, which is nice. The only thing I'm really concerned about with Tyson Ross is 52 walks per 9 innings and 77 stamina, meaning that, he's going to, if I get into a slugfest kind of a game, my bullpen's going to have to clean up. But again, Tyson Ross, really good budget pick. $6.99 is what I got him for this challenge. So Tyson Ross at 84 overall, under 700 stubs. Can't really complain about that. Next up, we have my one. This is a guy I went back and forth on. This is rookie Max Scherzer. Now, here's the thing. I'm glad I got Max Scherzer when I did, because when I got rookie Max Scherzer, I got him for $14.90. Well, later on that night, he was named the Cy Young winner in the National League, and the price of this card skyrocketed to 14,000 stubs, because a lot of people thought he was going to get a mission or something, and he might still get a mission. Now his price has stabilized. He's back down, about 1,600, 1,700 stubs right now. I really like Scherzer. He's a good all-around guy. 87 Ks per 9 inning is nice. Good stamina, 75 velocity, 80 break. Like I said, I do like, a lot of people don't like a slider-cutter combination. I do like it because I feel if you have good control over a slider and a cutter, you can really get a lot of guys to either pop up if they're looking for the slider or ground out if they're looking for the cutter, because they're very similar pitches, but obviously one has a different vertical plane than the other. So big fan of this Scherzer pick. Hopefully he works out for me. Again, 1490. Drew Smyly is the next man up in my rotation, 83 overall. He set me back 409 stubs. Again, slider-cutter combination. Again, a lot of people are going to, if this goes poorly for me and I get one of these slider-cutter guys, if ThatSportsGamer is very quickly able to recognize it and dominate me, which is very possible, I may regret it. But Smyly, between me and TJ's teams, Smyly is the only left-handed starting pitcher. Now, I kind of hope he doesn't get picked because ThatSportsGamer has a very right-handed heavy lineup. And the two guys that he does have that bat left-handed, Freeman and Daniel Murphy, are not atrociously atrocious against lefties. I mean, he's got rookie Freddie Freeman, who's not great against lefties. But he does have, Trumbo on his bench. So, again, I like Smyly. He's not going to blow you away. He is prone to give up the home runs. But again, a pretty good pitcher at 410 stubs. You can't really go wrong with that. And last but not least, rounding out my starting rotation, Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman, who set me back 310 stubs. Again, this is a comfort thing. I used Stroman. I went through a full season of Blue Jays franchise, so I have used Stroman many, many times. His 81 card is not as good as his card has been. You can see his hit per 9 rating, his K per 9 rating are not very desirable. But the thing is, he's got a great repertoire of pitches, 4-seam, 2-seam, curveball, cutter, slider. It's his 2-seamer has great movement. His curveball, his cutter, his slider, all have great movement, as designated by that 83 break. So again, Stroman is a guy that I picked more for the fact that I'm comfortable with him than necessarily he was a great pick. There probably might have been better guys that I could have got for 310 stubs, but in a short series challenge environment like this, I'm going to go with the guy that I know, the guy that I use, the guy that I have a good feel for his meter. So there's the starting rotation. Moving into the bullpen, Jaime Garcia is our long man. Jaime Garcia set me back a grand total of 100 stubs. And if your guys are looking for a long man on your Diamond Dynasty team, go get Jaime Garcia. You are not going to find anybody who qualifies as reliever, who has 91 stamina, and all of his pitching stats are 60 plus. Garcia is great. He's got, he's just a nice above average pitcher who you can put in the bullpen, and if you get into a jam or if you get a starting pitcher that you're not very comfortable with, and you're struggling with, you can go to Garcia and he's not going to let you down. I do wish he had a second breaking pitch like a curveball. He does have slider, 4-seam, 2-seam, sinker, changeup. The 2-seam and the sinker, very, very similar pitches for Garcia, so you may want to just pick one or the other and use that. But again, for a long reliever, Jaime Garcia at 100 stubs is absolutely a steal. I'm hoping I don't need him the whole series, but we'll see. Darren, well, let's go. Yeah, we'll go in order of overall, I guess. Aroydis Vizcaíno. I honestly, My thing with the Aroldis Vizcaíno is if you need that upper 90s velocity for any sorry, if I find myself in a situation where I could use upper 90s velocity with good break, and that's the thing. Again, Vizcaíno set me back 188 stubs. If you are looking for a guy in your bullpen with upper 90s velocity and really good break, I mean, you see all his pitches. He doesn't throw a four-seamer, two-seamer, slider, sinker. Everything moves really well. He does have control issues from time to time, so you got to be careful of that. But yeah, 99 velocity, so that two-seamer is going to rock in there 97, 98 miles an hour on a regular basis. So if you need an upper velocity guy, and that's kind of why I had him, with guys like ODay and Cecil and Watson, who are not big, high-powered guys, I wanted to have a guy down there where if my junker ball guys are getting lit up, I got somebody from the right side with some gas. Brett Cecil is up next. Brett Cecil is one of three lefties in my bullpen. Brett Cecil, 335 stubs to add to my team. Again, really good ratings in hit per nine, K per nine, home run per nine, clutch. He's got a good mix of velocity and break. He's got a great curveball, four-seam fastball. I would avoid his sinker and his changeup if I were you. If just get in a good groove with curveballs and fastballs, mix them up, keep the hitters guessing. But Brett Cecil, and again, like I said with Marcus Stroman, he's on my franchise team. I've pitched probably 35 or 40 times with Brett Cecil this summer on my team. Just, again, familiarity in a short series, I think is probably a good thing. Darren ODay, well, what can you say about Darren ODay? 99 break, slider, four-seam sinker. He's obviously a bit of a gimmick pitcher with the submarine delivery, 349 stubs. That's one of the reasons why I primarily picked him at the time. 349 stubs was, I thought, a little bit low for Darren ODay. Again, some days you can get him cheaper, especially on the weekends when they got a pack promotion or something going on. So again, I picked him because he's something different. You want to have different looks in your bullpen. Darren ODay definitely gives you a different look. Tony Watson, who is currently the closer of the Pittsburgh Pirates, just a great, one of the best lefties in the game right now, who is not Aroldis Chapman and Andrew Miller, or Zach Britton, I suppose. $12.99 is what Watson sent me back, but it's well worth it when you look at the velocity break combination of 92.87. And then you got the sinker, the changeup, and the slider, and they are all very nasty pitches. And you couple that with a very funky delivery in short spells. Tony Watson is going to do exactly what you need him to do. Carter Capps. Now, Carter Capps is a popular selection for budget guys. Carter Capps, right now, I got him for $578. I think he's trending a little higher than that. Right now, let's check that out, because I was looking at him earlier and wanted to see if I had gotten a good deal. Players, the show, Caps. So right now, Carter Capps, if you want to buy right now, his price is $650. So he's trending a little bit higher than he had been. Again, another good guy to have. 99 Ks per nine, obviously, is ideal, but as ideal as you could get. 91 velocity, 77 break, so he has good velocity, and he's got some half-decent break on his pitches. Four-seam, two-seam, slider, curveball. Again, slider and curveball is not a combination you see very frequently in relief pitchers, so Carter Capps is kind of a white whale in the bullpen. You don't see that a whole lot. And rounding out my bullpen will be Cody Allen, 680 stubs. He's not the flashiest guy you can get. I mean, there's a lot flashier guys you can get down there in the bullpen if you want to spend a little bit more, who are in the same kind of area overall. There's Osuna. Seung-Hwan Oh is down there. There's all kinds of guys who are in that low to mid, maybe 86, 87 overall tier. But I like Cody Allen. He's just, again, a good pitcher. He's got good velocity. He's got a great curveball. When you're pitching with guys from the bullpen, if you have, two real good pitchers, that's really, really, really all you need. You don't really need any more than that. Now, jumping over to my lineup. Now, my lineup, this is what I'm going to roll with for the first game. Hoping it works out. I'm trying to balance out. I've got quite a few left-handed hitters. I did have the benefit of seeing ThatSportsGamer's rotation as I was doing my draft, and I noticed he went with 4 righties. Hence why I went with guys like Jake Lamb, who absolutely murder right-handed pitching. What was that? What was that? Just a second. I thought that was my PlayStation making that sound. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that. I believe my PlayStation made a sound. Probably not good. Leading off, I have my highest overall player. That would be Francisco Lindor at 92 overall. Good contact ratings against righties and lefties. Not really much power. 54 power against righties. So if he gets one in a good spot, he could jump the yard on you. I'm a little concerned, obviously, the discipline and the clutch being in the 50s. Although discipline, is whatever. That doesn't really affect you any when you're playing with them. Fielding as well, really, really good, and a good amount of speed. Not enough that you'd steal. Just give him the green light and let him go. But, good speed so that you could turn singles into doubles and turn, hard singles into run scoring situations. And like I said, the good fielding. You got to have a good fielding guy at shortstop. Absolutely have to. Batting second, we have Charlie Blackmon. Again, Charlie Blackmon kills righties. 88 contact versus righties, 82 power versus righties. He's no slouch against lefties either, although there's no power there, but he still has an 80 contact rating against lefties. 85 clutch. Again, pretty good fielding. Good fielding and reaction. Arm strength, but it's hard. You're hard-pressed to find a center fielder with a really great arm. And again, 79 speed. Again, not enough that you're going to go out there and steal a bunch of bases, but in a head-to-head situation where it could be a close game, it could make it, you could pick up an extra base here or there and make the difference in the game. Lindor was my most expensive player. I kind of forgot this part. 4,000 stubs is what I paid for Lindor. So I paid a pretty price. I went back and forth between Lindor and Tulowitzki and Bogarts several times. Now, ThatSportsGamer has Bogarts. I really strongly considered taking Bogarts because it would have freed up, 700 or 800 stubs that I could have used elsewhere. But I don't play very well with Bogarts. I had Bogarts on my Diamond Dynasty team for about a month, and I just didn't do really well with him at all. So I decided to go with Lindor, try something new. Blackmon set me back $25.85, which makes him my third most expensive player. And again, Blackmon is a guy that I've used a lot this year on my Diamond Dynasty team. So I really was comfortable with Charlie Blackmon. I like Charlie Blackmon, and we're going to keep him around. Now everyone's going to call me a homer for picking Jose Bautista, but here he is. Jose Bautista, whose card has taken several ratings dips throughout the season, but you still have that 88 power versus righties, 86 power versus lefties. You still have that great arm strength in right field, and that's pretty much why he's on the team, is to try to hit home runs and to give me a half-decent arm in the outfield. He set me back 985, which is nice to see Bautista under 1,000 stubs. And again, he can play first, third, and left field as well. Third base would be a consideration. He's not great fielding, but he does have a good enough arm to play third base. But yeah, Bautista, power in the lineup. Call me a Jays homer. It's fine. I don't mind. The one player, the one position player, actually, is he the only player now? I think we've made enough changes that we don't have. So this next guy, Daniel Murphy, is the only player that Sports Gamer and I have in common. Daniel Murphy, 90 overall. I was hitting really well with Daniel Murphy earlier in the season, and then it just kind of went to crap. I was doing really well, and then I don't know what happened. It stopped. It stopped. Everything stopped with Daniel Murphy. He's got great hitting against righties, 92 and 74, 81-56 against lefties. He's got good defense for second base. He's got 57 speed, which is nice. So yeah, Daniel Murphy. He's got 92 vision, which gives him that nice big vision indicator on your screen. So we'll see who is able to perform better with Daniel Murphy. Daniel Murphy was my second most expensive player at $28.47. This guy right here, off the bat, is my dark horse for Series MVP, and that would be rookie Andre Ethier, 84 overall. Set me back 1,469 stubs. 79 against contact versus righties and 70 power, 92 contact versus lefties and 41 power. So no pop against lefties, but great contact, good vision, good fielding, good arm strength. He can play all three outfield positions, 62 speed. Hopefully Andre Ethier for me can be the guy. We shall see. Wilson Ramos is my catcher. Wilson Ramos set me back 1,900 stubby dubbies. Again, great hitting stats. I considered maybe going cheaper and going with a platoon at catcher and getting, a really good guy against lefties and a really good guy against righties. But looking at the stubs and not wanting to tie up a bench spot, I just said, you know what, let's just go Ramos. Let's pick Ramos for 1,900. He's a great all-around catcher. Good hitter, good fielder. Obviously, he has no speed, but find me a catcher who does. So we went with Wilson Ramos, hoping that it works out. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm the sexy pick here. I know everyone's going to say the sexy pick here would have been to go with Gary Sanchez, but you know what? I'm not sold. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Gary Sanchez. So I just said, you know what? Let's just go with Ramos. With my gut, I went Wilson Ramos. We'll see if it works out. Third base is about the only spot where I am absolutely going to have to platoon players, and that's because my starting third baseman is Jake Lamb, who is 85 contact versus righties, 82 power versus righties, so you can't complain about that. He's not great against lefties. He does have 69 power against lefties. My one concern about Jake Lamb is even though he has 69 fielding, I have struggled at times to field with him. Not me personally, but he's booted ground balls. I ran a practice game just the other day using this lineup, and he booted an easy routine ground ball, and I was like, fuck, not again. So hopefully that doesn't come into play. Jake Lamb set me back 275 stubs, which makes him my cheapest offensive player, which makes sense because, again, he's a platoon. And last but not least, Victor Martinez. I went way off the map and super cheap at first base. 285 stubs at first base. Again, VMart hits both sides of the plate well. Has that catcher eligibility, though I have no intention of using him there. He's not a great fielding first baseman, which can be problematic. But at in the lower half of the order, he's a tough out. He is a tough guy to have at the plate, and you really want him in there in some of those later game situations. And last but not least, my bench. Taking a look at the bench, we've got... so my bench, the idea behind my bench was, again, because I have Ramos who can catch against lefties and against righties because he can hit both ways. I went with Robinson, Chirinos, mainly because if I know there's a situation late in the game where I need to catch a guy stealing, Robinson, Chirinos is the guy. 89 arm strength, 84 arm accuracy. So he is literally only here because I may need to throw a guy out late in the game. He had ThatSportsGamer has Gerard Dyson on his bench. I know it's going to come into play. I picked up Chirinos for 79 stubs. Money well spent, if you ask me. Stephen Piscotty, again, is a good hitter, both sides of the plate. He's a little bit better against lefties. So if I have a situation where I need to bring in a strong hitter against lefties, I do have Piscotty. I also like that he qualifies at all three outfield positions. And he also qualifies at... What's going on? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, wait. 1 second. Oh, no. Have I not had any audio this whole time? No. Really? Why not? Why haven't I had any audio? Oh, no. That's terrible. Hold on, guys. I'm checking things out here. It appears as though I may have been doing this all this time without audio, which means I would have just been going through and the guys would have been seeing my face and hearing nothing. Are you serious? Man. That's terrible. Wait, now why isn't... No, my browser's not making any sound. Oh, wait now. Okay. That was my bad. I had my mic plugged in. Crisis potentially averted. That's why you should test your audio at the beginning of the stream instead of waiting until, you know... Okay, see, that's better. Until an hour into it. I have my mic plugged in, which is my problem. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Stephen Piscotty set me back 278 stubs. He's a good defender, a good hitter, just an all-around good guy. First base eligibility, all three outfield positions. So if I have to match up later in the game, I got him. Another guy, I've got Danny Valencia, who absolutely murders lefties. He will be, if for some reason TJ goes to a lefty early out of the bullpen or something like that, I have Danny Valencia. He qualifies at third, first, left, and right field, 96 contact and 70 power against lefties. He can field his positions pretty well also, so no real need to worry about that. We have Adam Lind, who is strictly there to hit pinch hitting situations against righties. 91 contact versus righties, 68 power versus righties, 68 vision, 93 clutch. So, again, just a good left-handed pinch hitter off the bench. And we have our speed guy. I went with Jacoby Ellsbury. I got Ellsbury for 450 stubs. Valencia was 208 stubs, by the way. And Lind was 211 stubs. Ellsbury is strictly our pinch runner guy late in the game if we need a steal. Ellsbury is our guy. And again, like I said, Ellsbury sent me back 450 stubs, making our team total 23,988 stubberinos. What I think I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to... Let's get into a game. We're just going to play the computer. Mostly because if for some reason... I really just kind of want to... we'll go All-Star, obviously. I just want to get into a game against a computer-controlled team, more or less just to kind of check and see how this lineup is going to work. Not real sure what stadium I want to use. Yeah, we'll go Cincinnati. We'll just get a game going and versus righty, perfect. Bullpen Banter is supposed to start in about 40 minutes, but obviously that sports gamer has a very young child, so obviously, as I know all too well, video games second,
Sun's starting to set
children
now
first.
Over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati.
We're just going to practice
Tonight
around
it's
here.
Diamond Dynasty baseball between Saskatchewan and New
Let's
Britain.
see if I
Now,
have
if you love
my...
good pitching, this one's for you. First pitch is coming
Do I have
up.
my audio turned down? I do. Oh, good. We've got Carrasco. So that's good. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm just going to see if Nightbot is working today. Well, it helps if I can make an exclamation point. There we go. Okay. Just Twitter. Yeah. All right.
Jose Altuve is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Hit on the ground to short.
Altuve, got him. Good play.
That's
That's why you have Lindor out there, guys.
Number 36 stands in. Carrasco
So a good
pauses.
start, I
Here
hope.
comes the first pitch. And a high strike to begin
Trying to
the
get a
at-bat.
feel
It's
for
0-1.
Carrasco here.
Of
course, now one of two things will
happen.
happen. Now that I've burned Carrasco in this practice game, I will either get him the next 4 games in a row. And it was funny, that was kind of what happened to me early in the season. I had pulled Carrasco in one of my pre-order packs. So he was in my initial rotation. No big deal. I had him in there. But then I ended up pulling him for 3 straight games. And just got a really good feel for him. My initial rotation, my first 2 guys that I had, my best 2 guys starting off, were I had pulled Carrasco, and I'd also pulled Jose Fernandez in one of the pre-order packs, just one of the regular old packs.
Francisco Lindor.
So I had Fernandez. I sold Fernandez after a few days after release. Just once the market stabilized a little bit, I sold Fernandez, but Carrasco's been with me all along.
Behind on that one, now behind.
Who is this guy?
0-1.
Strasburg.
Damn. With the 0-1 pitch.
All right, well, this is the best competition I'm going to see all night, so let's see what we can do here.
1-1. Weak roller right
That was
side.
not good. You might beat it out, though. Get there.
And the flip to a hustling Strasburg covering at the bag.
So just a reminder, guys, once this Monday Night Baseball stream is over, you can head on over to twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer, and you can catch me with my first ever, let's base it, my first ever Bullpen Banter appearance. Where I'm going to be taking on ThatSportsGamer with this 24K challenge team. Always fun trying to do little different things with Diamond Dynasty. It's kind of I don't know why I swung at that garbage. Excuse me. It's always fun later in the year to do stuff like this.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Oh,
he's really
filth.
getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And on 0-2,
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty pumped. Again, I hope I've watched many episodes of Bullpen Banter over the summer. If you haven't,
fortunately here, no advance.
You friggin' should be. So I'm
looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Had him
I tried to tap it to get the check swing. Didn't happen.
Daniel Murphy set to take his first
like having Murphy bat and clean up already.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap.
You can see my stats with Murphy over the season are not great. They were a lot higher.
Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
I was raking with Murphy early on in the season. Yeah, but anyway, I'm a little nervous, you know. Obviously, ThatSportsGamer is one of the...
Up and in, keeping him honest, 1-1.
What am I trying to say? He's good. He knows his way around MLB The Show. You know, he's one of the guys that you can... Oh, that's nothing.
Has a read on it.
You know, he's one of those guys that you can go to and you can watch, and he's got some great tips and great information, and he does an entertaining stream. And, you know, I'm going to go there. I'm going to try not to get blown out, basically. That's the mission, guys. We're going to go there, and we're going to try not to get killed.
Right side and right into the shift. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
If I can keep the balls hit at Murphy,
he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Oh, see, and then what I like to do.
No balls and a strike.
See, that's if I get that.
After the pitch inside, and it's strike two.
If I get that four-seam fastball into righties for a strike, I like to come back with the two-seamer right afterwards, because it's people think you're going there again, but then you get that extra little dip inside off the corner, and it's just, it ties people up hard. That was a bad one.
And that's
Throw him
in
out
there,
first.
so perhaps some life here with two men out.
No.
Chris Heisey set to
Never.
take his first cuts with a man at first and two away.
Chris Heisey.
Oh, boys.
Yanked into the stand, strike one.
Let's see.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Where's the settings up in here? Let's go.
A pause and the 0-2. Frozen
Got him.
on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over.
There we go. Let's go. I'm going to plug this in just real quick here.
Ethier will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. Strasburg is ready. Here's the first pitch.
Oh,
Squared that one up just a little late.
that was deep. Foul, but deep.
That
Ball.
misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ball. I might have to flip-flop Ethier and Murphy.
Foul right at the plate.
I
The
just,
count moves
my
now to
confidence
1 and 2.
with Murphy right now is not great.
Drilled down the line. And it's through for
Take
a
that,
base hit.
computer.
They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. Wilson Ramos stands in for the first time.
Catcher. Wilson Ramos.
From the stretch. Lays off 1-0.
Oh,
Chop foul at the
should have
plate.
left that
Strike
alone,
1.
Chris. Yeah, let's do that.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Smith
Just
has
under
the
it.
play.
Damn.
1 down. Jake Lamb
Just
is in to take
missed
his
it.
first swings here with the runner still at first and 1 away.
Well, too bad that last guy couldn't advance the man into scoring position, so now it's
Jake
probably
Lamb,
gonna
let's
take a
go, Jake
gapper to
Lamb.
get him home.
Jake the Snake.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope.
Started to go around, but it's
That's
ruled
all right.
strike 1 anyway.
A little bit of hang
Something
time
I've been
there to
working
that
on lately
curveball.
is
I don't think that's
trying
exactly
to
where he's gonna want to throw that pitch going forward.
not worry
It
about
worked
taking
out right
strikes
there,
when it's not where
but
you're
you better
looking.
find a little extra snap
Now
on
that,
pitch
see,
in
that's
future.
just, that's
Chased
filth.
a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Nobody take the archive of this stream and send it to TJ before this. First game of the
Not a
day,
bad
guys.
pitch
I'm working
there
on
with
it. Working
two
on
strikes,
getting
but
trying
it
to get
misses.
warmed up.
1
I gotta
and 2.
loosen up a little bit.
And now
Nope.
a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly
2-2.
got him.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball.
So you
going
guys will
forward.
notice,
Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
Swing and a flare hit toward right.
Be in there.
In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are
Come here,
2
Sprite.
aboard now. Coming to the plate now, Victor Martinez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh,
Hey,
and it's
baby.
so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early
Ah.
in the ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Oh, did I? Oh, good.
Set, here's the 0-1.
I seen Candace was streaming it on
Liner toward right
Facebook.
center, and that's in there. Base hit. Around
No,
third and
no,
being waved on home.
I was streaming
And they're gonna
and
take a
streaming,
1-0 lead as the run
getting
comes
ready for
across
my
to score.
big appearance in a half hour.
Carlos Carrasco comes
Trying to get
forward
practiced
swing
up so I
to
don't
bat,
embarrass
but he
myself
may
on
instead be asked to
national
bunt. We'll see
internet
how they
TV.
approach it here with one away.
Yeah, and it's not automatic, but the usual thought right here is
Oh, yeah?
to stay out of the double play and get those 2 guys into scoring position.
The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away.
Well, Rowan, she
And
said,
he
why
is
wasn't
in there.
Rowan there? Oh. Oh. Cool. Like 7-ish.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Josso gonna have to hurry, and he'll be tagged
Yep,
out as
everything
he got
was
caught
fine.
between third and home.
Everything was good.
Lindor gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Inning number
I'm coming
2.
up in a minute. Yeah, just so you don't have to keep singing out down the stairs.
Goes the other way with
Oh,
it as this is in
that
the
gonna
air
get in
down the
there?
line and left. Morales is under it, and he makes
So you guys
the
will notice
catch
that one
for
thing
out
I do when I'm
number
hitting
3.
is a lot of people will tell you, where your
Leading off
cursor
the
placement
inning,
should
John
be, shouldn't
Jacob,
be, what
as
works
they'll
for
look
you,
to
what
get
works for
something
them.
going here and
A
even this
lot of
game up.
people,
Now
a lot of
fastball
the
to start the third, that misses. It's
bigger
ball 1.
guys, bigger streamers, tip guys,
and he had him
they'll
guessing
tell you
there, and
to
it's a
kind of
ball
look
and a
low and
strike.
in. Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
just
I have had
really
success
jumping
with
out at that last
that
pitch.
low
Yeah,
and
winning
in
fastball, maybe
lefty
even
spot.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the
That
second
low and
with
in
a
lefty
punch
spot,
out, 1 away.
low and away righty spot is
Strasburg
where I
steps
tend to
into the
live.
box. In
I just
tight here
find
with the first pitch
with
fastball that's 1-0.
with my thumb, I find
Fly
it's the
ball out
place I
toward
have
left
the
center
easiest
field.
time moving
Blackmon is
from.
under it.
It's a popular place to pitch,
Makes the
low
play,
and
and
into
there are 2
lefties,
gone
low and
now.
away to righties, and especially
Jose Altuve
Wow.
will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
what?
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out. But he
Yeah,
can
they're
see
on
the
the
pitches
door, the bedroom, the
And he'll
closet
hold off
door.
on the slider here to start the
I moved
at-bat.
them out of the
It's
bathroom
ball
because I
1.
showered.
Fastball, and that
Sorry.
thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Oh.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2 and 1.
So yeah, that's just I find it's a
And
spot
he
where
fires
I have
fastball
an
now
easy
for a called
time
strike 2.
moving from to away from.
Full
That was
count,
not
3
a
balls
not a
and
good
2
pitch.
strikes. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Not sure what that beeping is.
Number 36 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Number 36.
All right, we're gonna finish
set
off this
and the
inning, and then I
pitch.
think I'm gonna take a quick break
And here's a ball
before
hit in the
bullpen
air.
banter starts.
Murphy has got it, and the side is retired.
Pretty easy inning.
Charlie Blackmon digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Center fielder, Charlie.
Maybe we'll hit this inning. Try to get some hits in with the top
Chop
of the order.
foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
We're up 1-0. It's a good sign against the Strass.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2.
So yeah, like I said, guys, if you are watching this live on the Twitch stream, once this is over in about
And another foul
a
ball.
25 minutes or so, you can head on over to twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer where you'll be able to catch Bullpen Banter episode, I want to say 29?
A little late on the
I think it's
fastball, but
28.
he's able to
Anyway,
spoil that one
either
off,
way,
and he'll
it's
get
your
another
boy,
chance.
Snags,
Set
first
to
appearance
deal
on the
a
show.
ball and 2 strikes.
TJ and I are going to be taking part in
Chop foul at
the
the plate. It'll remain 1
24K
and 2.
squad challenge with this squad that you see
The
me
1
rocking
and 2
with
pitch.
right this moment.
Swung on in the dirt
That was
for
a
the third
check
strike.
swing on the ball
And
in the
he
dirt.
makes the throw to first.
Awesome.
Blackmon is retired, and there's 1 away.
Right fielder number 19.
So 1 away now, and that'll bring in the
If you
two-time
happen to
Major
be
League
watching
home
this
run
on
champ
the
Jose
YouTubes,
Bautista.
on my YouTube, probably, I would imagine.
Diving effort there at
Monday Night
third.
Baseball goes live on my
Bruise your
channel
ribs. How much
every
one of them
Monday
ribs?
night at
It's a foul ball.
8:30 p.m.
You know,
and
when I see
7:30
Jose
p.m. Eastern,
Bautista at the
6:30
plate,
p.m.
that
Central,
high leg
and
kick
so on
and
and so
plate
forth
coverage,
across the West
I feel
Coast.
sorry for the pitcher.
Make sure you
This
head over
guy's
to
the man up there.
twitch.tv/SnaggleJ and hit that follow button. And if you're watching on the YouTubes, make sure
No
you give the
offer
guys
on that
subscribe.
one. 2 balls and a strike. Yeah,
I'd appreciate it.
Not only does Bautista hit for power, he's very disciplined.
I also stream
up there at the
Wednesdays and
plate.
Thursday
He's
nights.
really a tough out.
Wednesdays.
He's not gonna
Wow,
go
I
out
don't
of
know
his
my own
zone
schedule.
very often.
Wednesdays and
In
Friday nights.
2015, he walked more than he
Come on,
struck
Hoseby.
out, and that's something that you just
See if we
don't
can get a
often
couple
see
hits
from
here
a
and
big
then
home run guy.
shut this thing down to get ready for
This one sinks low and a
bigger,
touch
better
outside.
things.
It's a full count, 3-2.
what happened to the.
Here's one that misses, and down to first goes Bautista. It's ball 4. Daniel
Nice.
Murphy is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
Daniel Murphy.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit,
Still-
and it's 1-1.
Contemplating a Murphy Ethier flip. We'll see.
And able to
I
lay
like
off the
Murphy. He's,
fastball
you know,
away here.
he's
2-1
like I said,
now.
I've had some really good moments with him this year. I've liked Daniel Murphy in the show. Last year, I thought he was awesome.
That's gonna even up the
Really,
count at
really
2-2.
enjoyed using him last year. This year, you know, I've had some really good
2-2
moments with him, and
count.
I've had
Here's
some
the
really
pitch.
bad moments with him as well.
Chop foul at the plate.
But the one
count
thing
holds
that
at 2-2.
high vision does when you get that big cone is he'll foul off balls like that are just outside, and then he'll
Grounded
his
back up
double
the middle.
plays up the
He'll go
middle
to
as
bat
well.
for one. On to Carter.
Which is
It's a
exactly-
double
that's
play,
exact-
and
that's
the
what you want.
inning is over.
What is beeping?
Chris Carter is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd
Sorry,
love
I'm
to
trying
see
to
this guy
discover-
get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Trying to discover the source of my beeping. I sincerely hope it is not my PlayStation. It is my PlayStation. Why is it doing that? Uh-oh. That's not good. Huh. Interesting. Well, we're going to go look into that some more. Well, guys, let me get out of this. All right, that's good enough for that. All right, guys, well, thanks for coming out for an abbreviated edition of Monday Night Baseball, checking out my 24K challenge squad. I'm going to jump off for a bit. I'm going to take a break. See if I can figure out what's going on with my PlayStation, which is kind of bothering me all of a sudden. And then I'm going to get ready for Bullpen Banter with my main man, ThatSportsGamer, which you'll be able to see live over at twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be hosted here as well on my channel, twitch.tv/SnaggleJ. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. Until next time, peace.